Hello and welcome to another episode of Ofacez. I'm your host, Mr. Mocha. Mrs. Mocha is not here. We are at Splash Mocha. I personally think that she fake sick so she can be home playing with Dick, but that's just my theory.
This is her favorite sea of Dick. You come on.
Yeah.
You know something? This is true. This is the only reason, and I've been calling her every day. Like, how many dicks are you playing with right now? Are you juggling balls right now? She's like, I'm like, oh, you're gagging on it right now. And before you guys say I'm a terrible person, my wife has no mercy on me at all. So the people who know her know this. Like the new people are like, oh, he's such a dick. No. My wife's a terrible person.
No, she's a good slut.
That's
Terrible person, good slut. I don't know.
So,
she enjoys herself.
So she didn't come because she was sick, and she was like, if I feel better on Saturday, maybe I'll get some dick just to, just because I'm missing Splash. And I'm like, see, that's the type of thinking that I encourage.
Yes. It's your video it, so you can watch it later.
Yeah, and I appreciate that even more. Because as much as I enjoy having sex with other women, I still like jacking off watching my wife on somebody. The surprise ones are the best. Like, I try to give me, like, if I'm out of town, like don't tell me you're gonna do it. Just do it, and then send it to me. Like I'm sitting somewhere random, then I get a video of her, I'm like, oh, you feel me.
Well played.
Yeah, she has to pay for that later.
I think she likes the pay.
She does, she does. Yeah. So, welcome everybody, thank you for coming in here. What are we talking about? Splash Mocha? Whatever the fuck we want to talk about. So I'm gonna go down the table, and give me your fake name, or whatever you like to be referred to as. I mean, I know some of your names. I don't know all of them. So we're going to start with the accent. Now, don't give me your real name. You got to make one up.
Okay. Let's just call me Lulu.
Lulu. You got to talk a little bit. So
Do I? Okay. Well, I'm enjoying Splash very much. I like a little colored dick in my life. All the variations of the color. Nice size. So I'm really enjoying myself. Strictly dickly, ladies. Strictly dickly.
Good to know.
So yeah, but really enjoy myself. I'm here, and this is my first time in Houston. I normally do the Fort Lauderdale, so it's my first time outside Florida. And we're on a bliss cruise next week, so hit me up.
So since you're saying that, what's your lifestyle dynamic? What do you do in the lifestyle?
What do I do?
Are you a single woman? Are you married?
Oh, I do hope. Anything except anal. I'm not an anal girl.
Your husband told me that I could do that with you this week.
Yeah, well, he was lying. He was just making conversation.
This is not your entry point for anal. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Holy shit.
It could be my entry point.
Is it? Really?
No, it's not my entry point.
You are the biggest anal slut ever.
My dick is like good for starters, okay? If you never had anal before, mine is the best one.
Oh my god! No.
For some reason I don't believe that. No.
There's one
go
man
big or go home.
in this building that has made me tap.
You're making me hot already. For the
He makes
wrong
me hot.
reasons.
You're gonna get it.
Uh-oh.
I'm asking for it.
She's got the right attitude. Okay, next. You're starting to get a little tingle down here. All right, we're gonna come down and go down the table. What's your alias?
Miss Baha?
Miss Baha.
Yes.
Tell us about yourself. We gotta talk loud though.
Oh, I am a reserved cuckoldress.
What does that mean?
I just don't put myself out there. I just kind of hang back and just kind of see what, I don't know, I just kind of hold back. Just kind of see what's out there, and then I just start. When
She's a viper.
Yeah.
It's called a viper.
I'm not wearing my sneakering.
Yeah, she's my partner in crime.
Okay.
Lulu is it Lulu?
It is Lulu.
Yeah, she's gotten me into a lot of trouble.
So if you can't see what's happening, she's sitting here, she's got her hat on, she's sitting like royalty, and then a man flows into the room with a glass of wine. He reaches over her shoulder, sits it down, and she never blinks or flinches. It's like she knew this glass of wine was coming, and she still hasn't moved. she's definitely reserved, and she's ready to strike.
But just explain what's on your hat. The key,
Oh.
the key. What do you think that holds?
Yeah, so if I lose this hat, he's in trouble. Don't go outside, it's really windy.
She's reserved.
I think he's happy to hold that hat for you when you need to take it off.
Look, if she loses the hat, I got a chisel and a hammer outside. We'll get the cage free.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we're gonna keep going down the table.
Mr. Lulu,
That
I
is
like that.
great.
I'm in charge of her.
Oh, please.
Oh,
And she's in charge of me, depends on what day of the week it is.
that sounds good. That's what it's supposed to be.
So she has fun and I make sure she's safe. That's it.
Yeah, here's my bodyguard. For those anal intruders.
I just want to let you know that I got clearance. He gave me clearance for it, so I
Hell
mean,
no.
he said that he's gonna hold you down. We're gonna
Well, if
surprise you.
he's my king, then he should take it first and tell me how.
Exactly.
She's a clever girl. She's won this debate hands down. I got nothing.
It's not happening.
Yeah. Your ass is safe.
I hate it when they use that card.
Yeah. Should have saw it coming. Are you gonna say hi to the microphone? You don't have to.
Hi, I'm Joe. This is our second Splash Mocha, and I listen to your podcast, so I was just curious and came in.
Thank you. Welcome. Oh, you know something? I'm gonna let you slide. We'll come back around since there's people. You see how I was eyeballing them? You want to jump in here and say hi?
Hi, I'm Tina. I am with Splash Mocha. And I'm the one that answers the phones and takes your reservations and unloads trailers and sets up and runs registration and tears down and load out and go home and start all over again for the next event.
She's trying to make it sound like she's not a fun person. Tina's a very fun person. Look at the smile. You see it?
Yeah.
She's the best.
See the smile?
Well, and the smile is because of all of our Splash Mocha guests, like
Aw.
yourselves. You guys make it all the stress I go throughout the year coming up to events. You know, there's no idea. And then I see all your smiling faces when you arrive and everybody's engaged and having fun and living in the moment and talking to each other and phones are in the pockets. And genuinely happy to see one another. That's my payoff. I've had lots of jobs and that's the only job that this is the only job that I've ever held where I get to see my hard work come to fruition and see the payoff, and that's seeing everybody else. And I'm not saying that because
Her boss is a jerk, so
Yes,
she stepped
because
in.
just walked in.
Now she's gotta start making shit up. If he had come in.
I didn't say that because some guy I work for just walked in the room, but I genuinely feel that way about what I do. There's lots of tears and lots of sleepless nights, but it's all worth it in the end when we get here. And this thing's underway, and it's a labor of love, guys. It really is.
Well, we appreciate you.
And I'm here if you guys have any questions too.
But she does a lot of work, and I just want to let you know, next to that guy over there, I'm pretty sure I get on her nerves the most when it's time to set up. I'm like, hey, what are we doing next? What are we doing next? And then he's like, hey, what are we doing next? What are we doing next? So yeah, and she can handle dealing with us too. She does a lot. So we pressure her so that it makes everything else easy. Once she deals with our craft, then everything else is easy. But are you gonna say hi, or are you gonna stay in there like Batman?
Batman.
All right, Batman. All right, Mike C, I see you over there.
What's going on? Here to support my brother. I mean, anytime I get to come to Splash and, like Tina said, be around the great people, it's always a lot of fun, always a good time. I mean, the mixture of new people versus familiar faces, and you know, it's unmatched, it's unrivaled. I mean, there's nothing like it.
Favorite thing about Splash?
Favorite thing about the people?
Variety.
It's too generic.
Huh?
Too generic. I don't go easy on you. We do this. We have conversations all day, so we don't talk like we talk when it's just us. What's your favorite thing about Splash?
Meeting people, man. Okay, Splash gives me something that I don't get anywhere else, and that is I'm the host of a podcast, Keys and Anklets, And I started a podcast to help people. And I get messages and emails from people all the time telling me what the podcast has done for them. And I appreciate it. I mean, it always touches me. But what I get at Splash is you get to shake a man's hand and give his wife a hug, and they look at you and say, you're the reason why we're here. I mean, and to see that gratitude in their face is very humbling. And I don't get that anywhere else but Splash. So that's my favorite thing about Splash.
That's nice. All right.
And you gotta follow that up now.
William.
I'm Reserve Stag. You'll find me on Twitter. My wife next to me, Blushing Vixen. This is our first time here, so still taking everything in, absorbing it. It's pretty fucking awesome. Just overall the acceptance, but the camaraderie. Everybody's just super cool. You could just kind of chat with people.
Let me give you fair warning, it won't be your last. It's like a potato chip now. You can't have just one.
I think we're actually booking the next one tonight, she said, so yeah, definitely.
They're addictive.
A dick, too.
But
No, exactly. That's what you did there.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
But we're a huge fan. We always listen to you guys. She loves the Dirty Girls Corner. So usually you'll see her in the background, but she's just got to be nudged a little bit.
I always see her there. Like I always,
she's there.
When we're doing like Twitter Spaces, I see her like hovering there.
You see her like she is right
She'll
now.
look at like the smile, like the comments and all that. So when I saw her yesterday and I found out who she was, I was like, holy shit! Like I got excited. Like everybody, what's fucking wrong with this guy? All right, are you gonna say hi to us?
Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna let you off the hook this time, but now I'm gonna be following around with the microphone. All right, so we had and I'm saving the ladies over here for last. So we had two guys step in. Sir in the blue shirt, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to call you. What can I call you here?
Either's fine.
Huh?
Either name is fine.
Okay, so this is Corey, aka Bishop, a very good friend of mine. You hear me talk shit about him on the podcast all the time, like all the time. This is the guy that whenever we do a party, and I give him a hard time if he misses a party or an event because my wife gets excited. And then I gotta listen to her shit when he doesn't show up. So
you trying to say I don't show up?
You see, there you go. If he misses one party, I don't care. Cause she's like, oh, guess who's coming? And then I was like, guess who's not coming? Yeah, I had to ban him from Always Pussy. Like, he fucked her too good. I was like, you're off the list. No, this is my guy. His wife is awesome. You want to say hi to everybody? Tell them your dynamic. Tell them your favorite thing about Splash.
Yeah, I'm Bishop. My wife is Sapphire on Twitter. Our dynamic it's evolved, of course, over the years. We've been married 15 years, together 19. And through her love of me, she allows me to come to these things by myself.
God bless
So,
her.
not to say that I don't want to say it for her.
We all want to thank her.
I have, but it's just, find out what you like, what you don't like, what works, what don't work. And Splash has worked for us. Now, she's not here this time, but we are trying to go to the Atlanta event. So she will be there if we can get there.
No, she's coming if I got to kidnap her. She sent a message like, hey, we're coming. And then I give them both part-time. Like, no one's safe around me, So, but they're awesome. They're fun. Ladies, if you haven't experienced Bishop, you should.
If he hasn't blushed you.
Yeah, if he hasn't like
Yeah, big on your knees.
waved it over, you know what I mean? He's like my backup guy when some girl's like, hey, who do you recommend? Bishop. But we have a policy. I go first. I go first. There's 50-50 chance he might break it, so I want my turn first. I'll just let you know, he's great for first-time anal also.
Yeah. Yeah.
See you, buddy.
All right, we got a new guy standing on the wall. You can say hi. You don't got it. Okay, we got another Batman. That's okay. I'm glad you're here. You don't get that privilege. You must speak.
Yeah, I'm the better half of Dirty Slut.
The better half. The better half.
There is better half. No.
Yeah, she is. She's Dirty Slut on Twitter and Dirty Slut 1 on STC. We've been in the lifestyle 17 years, and our first Splash Mocha was in 2019, which I pretty much had to twist her arm to get to. And like everybody was saying, once you get there, it's like, when's the next one?
Yeah.
So yeah, it is. It's very fun and addictive, and the best thing is, like everybody says, is just meeting great people and meeting new people and seeing old friends and having a good time.
I'm not going with you. It's your turn.
I'm Erica, or BBC Slut Wife for you too. So I think my name kind of sums me up rather explicitly, right?
Really?
I'm very shy and reserved, and I always am very covered. I like lots of layers of clothes. Prefer never to have nipples showing.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, so I met someone totally different last
They
night.
can't see me,
As
guys.
I have a flashback of her trying to put me in a triangle butt naked last night. Trying to choke me out butt naked. Like, what are we doing here?
I
But
mean,
go
like,
ahead,
we
be
were
shy.
doing jujitsu. We were just having fun.
I witnessed that.
Yeah. We were doing the guard and just practice. We were exercising.
I wasn't complaining. They were pressed out. She had her thighs wrapping around my face. I didn't care. Right. If I go unconscious, somebody wake me up and we'll start over. Keep going. And I'll tell the truth.
Okay, the truth, obviously. I'm clearly a slut. I have a thing for big black cocks of all varieties and sizes as well. Well, okay, not all sizes, that's a lie. Yeah, sorry, that's not true.
Does that mean there's such thing as too big?
I would say too small. Yeah, too small. Too big's not a problem, except for, the whole anal thing, because,
Too late.
I enjoy anal, but let's not get crazy.
We'll do
So you do have limits with the sizing then?
Yeah, you gotta work up to it. Yeah, I'm sorry, not that.
You see this anal size
Yeah, it depends on the hole.
I guess for her.
It depends on the hole. There's like sizes for various holes.
My biggest anal is 10.5 inches.
What? Is that length or diameter?
All of the above for her. That's why she's the anal slut.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
I'm more the bubble cup.
Well, I had to retire my butt plug because my ass started swallowing it, so I had to get a bigger base one.
Oh my.
Such problems.
Yeah, I know, and it was really bad because it was before my last gangbang. But
All right, boys,
I
she's
mean,
advertising right now.
Yeah, like.
She's like, I can take whatever you've got.
I'll try.
Absolutely.
Wow.
We'll revisit that later.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I am Dirty Slut. I don't know, you pretty much said everything. I've been describing what we do, why we're here. We haven't missed one since we started coming, and
we're in July.
We didn't do July,
Yeah.
but we can't do both of them in Florida, but
Yeah.
we'll at least do one.
This is the woman I try to keep away from my wife because it's ridiculous when they're together.
In the best way possible.
You too. Like, there's a small
great
group of women
slut
that I try to keep away from my wife. Lulu's one of them. All right? Because they get together and just lose their mind. I shit you not, when my wife is at Splash, there comes a point where I see the people she's with, and I realize she's reached a point of no return, and I just walk away. Corey, am I lying? Everyone who knows, like, at some point, and then every year, everybody's like, dude, your wife got me fucked up. Like, when you see me leave, you leave. If you stay, it's not my fault. Like, where's her husband? I'm somewhere safe. Without a handle of vodka. Yes. All right, next.
I am Anya, Priestess Anya on Twitter and the other things. And I love Splash Mocha. This is my first one in a year, so it's been way too long. And this one is really special because we are launching Slut Sisters. And I also have a podcast. Until this week, my podcast was Sexual Alchemy, and now it is The Flaming Yoni. And I co-host that with my slut sister Scarlett, and so it feels so good to be back. It feels so good to be amongst family, and it is just like a big reunion and getting to meet more and more people every time. Love it.
I see. So now listen, Anya's awesome.
Oh.
All right, the first time I met her at Splash. You know, she kept teasing me, and my wife kept telling me to come to the room, and I go into the room, and it's just. I know this is my wife, and the way it seems like I'm talking about my wife, you think she's crazy.
Yeah.
But if my wife, yeah, she is. So
She is in the
best
best
way.
way.
yeah, if it's like 1 a.m. and she's telling me to come to a room, like I'm mentally preparing myself to go into like some kind of a sexual war zone. I know what's about to happen. So like I'm outside the room, you know, doing some mental exercises. I walk into the room and it's just fucking pandalirium. There's just fucking everywhere. She's drunk, pouring vodka down people's throat. All kind of shit's going on. And so I walk across the room. I think, who did I attack first? Did I attack you first or second?
I think I was first.
Yeah. She was, I think she was having sex with a guy.
I probably was.
And then I walked past and I
tracks.
looked down and it looked good. And the guy like moved and I was like, excuse me for a second.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute. And I just pulled it out and she was staring at it and she didn't move. Like, you know, a deer in the headlights? Yeah. Fuck it, I might as well run her over.
That's
20 points. Yeah, exactly. I went in there, fucked shit up, and left. And that was when everybody's like, dude, you walked in, you fucked her, and you left. I'm like, yeah, I didn't want my wife to get me drunk. I went in, had fun. The next day, all of them had hangovers. I slept great. Should have did what I did. All right. Speaking of sleeping well.
Hi, I'm Naughty. I go by QOS Naughty on Twitter. This is my third mocha. I love it because I get to be my true self, and every time I come here I just have a huge smile plastered on my face because I'm around my people and I love everyone here. It's amazing. It's great. And the dick is awesome too.
So how'd you sleep last night?
I slept this morning pretty good.
Yeah. So I was walking through the halls, minding my business last night. All right?
Minding your business?
Minding my business. I go into my room. I put my room key on the door. All right? You should always watch yourself. As soon as the door clicks, I get attacked. I get pushed into the room, slammed to the bed. Woman jumps on top of me, tears my clothes off, and she uses me for a set amount of time.
Great.
And then I fell asleep.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I'm hearing your night ended well. That's what I'm
It
hearing.
did. It ended really well. And she made me feel so dirty when she left. Like it was even better. Like she like gets off of me. She's like, "How do you feel?" I got like one eye open. My dick's like laying to the side. You know? I'm good. Just lock this door. You wait. The only thing she could have done worse was like throwing a 20 on the dresser. It's like I felt filthy and I liked it. My wife's like, "How was your night last night?" I got used. Yeah, so that was a good night.
It was fun.
And we had one more very lovely troublemaker come in. You sat here in front of the microphone and you touched my penis, so you need to
told me
speak.
to come here.
Use your fake name. Go ahead. Don't use your real name.
Cinnamon?
Okay, I'll take it.
Hi, I'm Cinnamon.
Nice.
Yourself, your dynamic, and how you feel about Splash.
Splash is the best. It's the best ever. My dynamic is we're kind of hot wife / cuckold, depending on the vibe, the people involved, the
Situation.
the situation. Yeah, we're very situational, go with the flow, whatever feels right in the moment kind of people.
Awesome. Awesome.
And are you an anal gal too?
Very rarely.
Oh, I love anal.
We have the
We've
anal
established
gals on
this.
one
No,
side.
I did not offer myself.
I got other fun spots.
And the reserved on this
So,
side.
like, I've only done anal with my husband, who's very much smaller than probably most of the men in this room. But it's very short. It's very good, but it's very short-lived. Like you come hard, but then once you come with anal, like now you're done. Like you got to get out now.
That was really great for a second, now you gotta get out. Y'all don't feel that way, but
My husband loves showing off this video. He has a video of me getting anal, and like my pussy is just dripping and like drooling.
I
and
saw
just,
that. That was
you
really,
saw that?
that was
Yeah.
really hot.
Yeah,
That was hot.
it was a lot of fun.
I feel like when you used me last night, you didn't give me all the tools. Feel like I got held out on.
Well, that was just the first night. So.
Hey,
There we go.
the weekend is young.
Weekend is
Yes.
All right, so I got one more person that I'm gonna have speak. Oh, I don't want to use your real name, so you give us your alias and say hi.
I'm Green Machine. I enjoy coming to Splash because, like other people have said, you could actually be yourself sexually, and at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be me to the day I die. As you can tell with this wig on my head, but
You grew it overnight.
He was
You
a
grew it
dance machine
overnight.
last night.
yeah. So I'm the person. If the music is good and I could be in the dance floor by myself and I have my own party. And if people come and join me, great. And if not, whatever. But I just really enjoy the commonalities of everybody who comes, and we all kind of know what we're here for, and the ones that you click with, and it's almost like lifelong friends. And the ones you don't, maybe it wasn't your time to really get initiated into that person, or maybe they're just not into you, and that's fine. Yeah. But so I guess that's all I really have to say.
That's awesome. So, the thing I like the most about Splash is usually having my wife here. I joke about my wife, me and her, that's truly she's my best friend. She's a fucking maniac. She's goofy as hell. And outside here, people always say I'm really serious, but I'm not. My wife makes me laugh all day, every day. I shake my head at my wife all day long. It's just like, what's wrong with her? And then she comes to Splash, and it's like, all day during the week she's always business, she's professional, but she comes here and she lets you know, I'm getting all the dick I can handle this week, and she goes out and she's a tornado. She's the happiest person on the planet. She comes in, she meets the guys, Splash gives her a place. And for us, obviously, everyone knows we do parties and things like that. Splash is different for us because she doesn't have to be the hostess.
Yeah.
She can come in, and this is one of the rare environments and one of the rare parties. And I'll say this very honest, of all the years we've been into this, we've been guest hosts for other companies, different things. This is by far the best lifestyle event that we've come to. And this is the one place where she knows enough people, she's comfortable, she can be herself, she can feel safe. The guys here, the worst behaved guy here is still behaves better than the average person at another place. So she can come here and just be herself. I don't have to watch her like I do at other events. I can actually go out and have fun, and we can comfortably meet back in the middle, as opposed to going to a club or going to another party. This is the only party where I can just let her go free. So that's probably one of my favorite things about Splash. The other thing that I love about Splash is just the camaraderie, the friendship, the energy. I come in, and every guy who knows me knows that I'm gonna bust your chops. And so all the guys come in, they attack me first. As soon as I see him, he was like, "Hey, prison body."
That's my name for it.
Yeah, this little troublemaker comes in, and she's like, "Hey, you gonna give me that dick?" First of all, okay, don't treat me like, well, you can treat me like me. Yeah, I'm gonna give you. Yeah, I fight it, but it's just fun, the energy that we get. So that's what I love about it. Another thing that I enjoy is the multiple dynamics. For us, since we've been in lifestyle for so many years, we constantly have people calling us, messaging us, asking us questions about, what is a stag and vixen? What is a cuckold couple? What is a hot wife? And being here, I have a lot of side conversations with people who come to me and ask, these different things, and they're asking, how do I get to this next level? I enjoy having those conversations with people. You know, how do I go from here to here? You know, how do I say this to my wife? You know, you have the guys that goes, you know, how did you get your wife like that? Well, it's work. It's work, it's honesty, it's trust. It's honesty, it's trust. I'm honest with her, and she also knows that she can trust me to be herself. She can trust me to say that, you know, today she wants to suck 20 dicks, but then tomorrow she wants me to love her the same.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna like, oh, can it be 18? I can deal with 18, but 20 is just too far. She knows that that's not what it is. You know, my wife is always like, she knows that it doesn't matter what she says she wants to do. She said she wants to do shit that I just can't do. I'm like, honey, I can't do that. I mean, however, I'll find you a person. You know, I will find you, and she knows that. Like, she can, my wife sends me stuff, and she's like, hey, I just had this idea. I'm like, oh my God, you're filthy. Let me make a phone call. But that was trust, and with most things, most dynamics, that's where to me the breakdown is. And when any woman who's been in any environment, anywhere in the world, has lived with the understanding that she can't be as free as I can as a man. I spent years removing that from my wife. If I can do it, you can do it. And the only person in the world you gotta worry about, the only opinion you gotta care about is mine. Everybody else, fuck them.
Yep.
Your parents. I always have this joke about the kids. Fuck these kids. Listen, we feed these people. I don't care what their opinion is, okay? You know, if you don't like what we do, I don't care. Do what you want to do. And so creating that, but it's a foundation. So everybody's like, how do you do this? How'd you get there? A lot of work, a lot of fucking honesty. I mean, a lot of issues. If you are afraid to have a hard conversation, you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
All right? If you're afraid, and it's something that the guys have a hard time with when we have insecure moments because we say, you know, hey, we agreed to do this thing, and then now, as a guy, you watch your wife get slayed by 17 dudes with fucking massive cocks, and you're saying, I don't know if I really meant to do this. Right. But now you're dealing with the fact that you said it's okay, so now tomorrow, you know, she drops a spoon in the dishwasher too loud. You're like, what the fuck is going on with the spoons? It's not the spoons. That's not why you're mad. That's not why you're mad. You just didn't admit the fact. You didn't go to your wife and go, you know something, honey? I know I said that you can get fucked by that basketball team. However, this is how it made me feel. Doesn't mean you can't get fucked by the basketball team again, but this is how I feel. So going through these things and meeting these people and having these conversations when they come to me and pull me aside, that's my favorite thing about Splash outside of my wife's pleasure. Now, the bonus, of course, is I get to have sex with lots of women. Thank you.
Well, to add to that, like last year was my first time coming as a couple, and well, not last year, but in Splash Atlanta. And like you were saying, it's about having conversations. And there was a couple of instances where things happened and I just wasn't feeling it. And I didn't know how to go about like having that conversation. And I don't mind having a conversation. It was just like when your feelings and emotions are mixed into it, it's easy that you could lash out or say something that out of context. So, you know, when you said that, it just made me think about that. Whereas like in Atlanta, it was a little rough for me, whereas here in Houston, it's pretty dope. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we kind of, I'm like everywhere but nowhere at the same time. And like her, she's like all even-keeled and like super nice. And like a lot of the ladies will walk up to her and talk to her. And I could be standing right next to her and they'll have a whole conversation with her and it's like I don't exist. I could easily get mad about that, but I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah. But you know, and that's actually cool. It's funny. I go back to Mike C. He's got the compersion thing working. You know, and as a guy, like, I always tell men, it doesn't matter what you are, if you're a stag, if you're a cuck, whatever it is, fuck your feelings.
Yeah.
You want your wife to manage her emotions. You want her to be comfortable doing these sexual things that society says she's not allowed to do. And you want her to be able to manage that emotionally, but you don't think that you should manage your emotions when you have a moment. Okay, it doesn't matter what you see when it happens. You allowed this. You gave her the green light. So before you approach her, before you have an attitude, you go to a corner and you process it, and you say to yourself, I asked my wife to get into this lifestyle, and for her to forsake everything she's learned since she was fucking 5 to do this, and for me to get an attitude, this was way harder for her.
Right.
I'm only dealing with my ego. If you go anywhere and say, hey dude, I fuck like the whole soccer team, everybody's gonna high five you. If your wife's in the grocery store and go, hey, I just fucked the whole basketball team, fucking old ladies are gonna have heart attacks, stuff's gonna start falling on shelves. I mean, people are gonna be sprinkling holy water. So,
Holy water truck.
Exactly. I mean, hose her down. So for the guys, it's always been like we have a big responsibility with our emotions. And before we go and share that, which we do have to share, I did feel this way. You have to first put yourself aside. And it doesn't matter what role you play in this.
Right.
And no one can say, and I've been in the lifestyle for 20 years, and I'm the least jealous person that most people have ever met, and I've had a moment. And when I have that moment, I go pull my wife aside and go, you have fun, Mom? All right, good. Just want to let you know, I felt like this about this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me not to do it? No. But if I bottle this up, it's gonna come out somewhere. And now I'm lying to you. I'm staring you in the eyes and I'm pretending like I was okay with it. And now that I've said it, I feel better. So
Yeah.
come here and talk to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you're speaking to so much truth and the struggles that we all go through as we are coming to acceptance with where we are with our sexuality. And even what you were talking about with Mrs. Mocha, having to like unpack some of the stuff, and it's taken you years to get comfortable with the fact that, help her get comfortable with the fact that she can own that inner slut and be there. And that's where, why Slut Sisters even came about for us was because there is so much shame and societal stigma that like women particularly are heaped upon since they're very, very young. And if we can be together in sisterhood and share how we enjoy our sexuality and be open and honest about it in a safe environment like this, it just feels so good because we have the ability to then connect in with ourselves better, connect in with our significant others better, connect in with our sisters better. There's also elements, I think, of shadow within sisterhood of like you're jealous of another woman, or you are having a hard time feeling compersion for somebody that they just got the same great dick you got or whatever. and we want to celebrate that too, which is part of why, we felt really compelled to bring this group about. And it's really about sisterhood and camaraderie, as well as also the things you're talking about with communication back and forth. And so this is a much more complicated lifestyle than people think. They think we just get together here and just spend a weekend fucking and fucking and fucking, and yeah, we do. and there's a lot of relationship happening here too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of relationship and caretaking and hand-holding and propping each other up and cheering each other on, and also these behind-the-scenes communications when you are in partnerships.
Can I just say as well, how long have we been in the lifestyle?
Since 12.
Since 2012. I remember I was always trying to not orgasm when I was with a guy because I felt I was betraying my husband. So one guy just, God, blew my mind. So I was all over the place. And I'm like, holy shit, how do I explain to him I'm actually, orgasmed? And it took me about 2 days, and I just felt really bad. I felt I'd betrayed him. So I sat him down and said, hey, he's really sorry, but I did this. And he's like, no, fine, go for it. And that was the only conversation we had. We were fine after that. But I just felt so dirty that I felt like, it was fine to do this, but I wasn't allowed to reach climax. It was like, okay, my goal is for him to climax, and I'm here just for the ride, because that's how I'd been brainwashed. And also my ex-husband cheated on me, so it's like, I don't understand how you want to see me with another man when my ex, do you know what I mean? So there was a lot of, like you say, emotional baggage to go through, and we literally threw ourselves into a convention, into lifestyle. So we didn't play with anything, but we was like, holy shit, this is amazing. And we were just like, the wallflowers checking in. I'm like, oh Jesus, don't even know what that is. Okay. Like, do you really put that there? What is that? And I went in the dark room and I'm like, what's in here? Next minute somebody pulled me in and I could not find the entrance to come out. He came in and switched all the damn lights on. You're out. Come on.
As you should.
Yeah. So I keep away from the dark room. But yeah, no, I'm free to orgasm anybody. So.
You gave yourself permission.
Yeah,
you know,
I did.
and once you do.
So I had a question for the Slut Sisters, right? Considering we got Slut Walk and things of that nature that's going on, how has that helped to strengthen your community as women and such?
It's so beautiful. I mean, to just hold each other up and be supportive of everybody's experience and to
Cheer
just
each other
celebrate.
on, yeah.
Cheer each other on. There's no competitiveness. It's not about that. I don't think we're playing bingo here. I don't even think I've hit a square yet. I don't care. We're just about having fun and supporting each other. And that's really what it's about, is whatever your authentic expression is, I want you to go there. And
The
I want
Walk
you to
of
give
Glory
yourself.
is great because,
Yeah.
like in July, I shared it with Scarlett.
Yeah.
I did my Walk of Glory and then I went to her room and she cleaned my face.
Okay.
So
I think we need to explain this.
What the Walk of Glory is.
Yes.
So I'm gonna push into that, and I will say this because the wife is not here. For us, it was when she started doing the Dirty Girls Corner. The way she got to the Dirty Girls Corner is when she first came into lifestyle, I trained her to be a certain way. I don't believe in a double standard. If I can do it, you can do it. And because I had, not being braggadocious, before I met my wife, I had sex with so many people. Like, I had sex with so many women at that point. I wanted her, I didn't want it to be off balance. And then when I first met her, she would play with people, but she was one of those people, she was just a 100% pleaser. And I go, whoa. Your job is to please me. Fuck these guys. Their job is to please you. All right? You can get pleasure from the pleasing, but because she was like you, I'm trying to hold back an orgasm.
Yeah.
You're wasting your life.
I realize that now.
You know what I mean? No.
I realize that now.
And one day I'm watching some guy, I'm having sex, and she's having sex, and the guy, she's like, I want to come, and the guy goes, you can't come. And she didn't come, and later on, I was like, she's like, I really want to come, and he wouldn't let me come. I was like, fuck that guy. I can tell you not to come. This is mine, this is not his. He's here to be used, okay? It's mutual. You're getting yours. So, I started teaching her to enjoy that, and then we would go to parties and do things, and she'd go in there be talking to random women, so last week I fucked 4 guys, and the women would be like, oh my God, I've only got one guy that I fuck every 3 months. And so all these women are looking at her weird. And so I finally said, listen, honey, you have to start finding women who are either on the same page or they want to go down your path. So, and we would go to these parties and we got invited to every fucking party in Atlanta. Everybody invited us. Everybody wanted her there because she got everybody naked. She always started the party. She always had sex. But there were still the women on the wall who were afraid to do stuff. Then they call her later oh my God, you know, you did this. And they're living through it vicariously. And so we started having small parties. And she'd bring in 1 or 2 girls who wanted to be wild like her. And then we'd invite all these guys. And the parties just grew and grew and grew. So she created this group of women. And so they started finding women who weren't sluts yet, but they wanted to be. They wanted to be. So they would bring them into this environment where there's like, you walk in and all the women are like, how many dicks you gonna suck today? And like, I'm all like watching this woman like, we had a party, the lady goes, you know, I only fucked 4 guys. I want to fuck, you know, more, but I didn't want you to think bad of me. My wife's like, okay, we're gonna do this over. Next time you fuck them all. And so then, you know, we start getting messages and people are asking questions. We get like random people asking questions on different websites. So that's why she wound up starting the Dirty Girls Corner, because she's just had all of these women who are like, oh, I want to do what you do. And so then she started meeting more women. She met these ladies, and they created this whole concept where, why the fuck shouldn't women do what we do? How can you really appreciate me as a man? How can you be my partner when you can't relate to what I do? Now my wife can relate. Like there's weeks when I'm like, 7 dicks?
That's it?
A dick for each day? That's what happened? All right, no. I'm gonna sit upstairs and purr like a good husband. And then there's weeks where she's like, you know, hey, I've got a friend coming in town. You think you can fuck her on Saturday? I'm like, ah. Go ahead and squeeze her in. But we have that relationship because we're equally yoked. And I've made sure that she's had those experiences. You know, so then when you push over to something like what they've created over the last couple of years, where they're really pushing women to say, okay, stop hiding behind the bullshit. You're watching us. You're talking shit about us just because you want to do what we're doing. You can only talk shit about us if you're watching us. Yep. That's the only way you can do it. You know, so now they're creating. Yeah, join it. So now tell us about Slut Bingo, because that was pretty.
I might have my card in here. I know the people can't see it, but yeah. So Slut Bingo is you know, a card where you can bingo any number of directions. We've got some really fun things in here. Pull a train in the laser room. Walk of Glory, which is, we never close that out. The Walk of Glory, rather than the Walk of Shame, is like going from your room to somebody else's the next morning. The Walk of Glory is somebody's cum on your face. You go downstairs and walk around with cum on your face. And make sure people know you're walking around with cum on your face, right? 3 orgasms in an hour, make him tap, play after 3 a.m., play before 2 p.m., BDSM scenes. So you can get bingo any number of ways. I'm feeling that they did some of these things last night over here. And then we have these fun little stickers that you can put on here. And then, you know, ways to connect with Slut Sisters. So it's just a fun game. It's just fun. And like I said, my card's empty still because I haven't paid attention to what I might have done.
We're going to change that.
But think about that. Listen to what she just said, what the game is, and listen to how she said it. She said it like it was going to the fucking park.
Funny.
Like, what? How many women?
Throw me that
in
thing out.
life-
Let me have a look at that.
Yeah, let's
See what I
I
can
want
do.
you to really stress what that is. Like, stress what kind of game.
Oh, you can get one. I'm sure you've done that.
Say that again.
Maybe.
You just stress the kind of game that women are playing. Like,
Yeah.
if dudes did this, the world would be like, oh, nice.
Nice. Well, but it's almost like we have to gamify it as women because dudes are celebrating each other for this all the time, and so for us to get this normalized for women, we have to, you know, start it out this way.
Yeah.
And the men here fucking love it. They love to be used for slut bingo. They love to just, you know, kind of get in there and play. And sometimes the cards have more to do with, you know, adding things in to like bring in your cuck or your stag or whatever. But it's just a really fun way to connect, and we get to celebrate each other. We like to have a toast every night before the playroom's open, so we can, like, you know, kind of get our cards out, cheer each other on, and just, you know, see what's on your kind of to-do list.
Someone already has 3 bingos, too.
Oh, at least, yeah. So it's
is
been
that
fun.
like the huddle, like the female version of the huddle?
Well, but anybody's welcome at our huddles. Men are welcome. Yeah, this is not just for the women, but it's a fun game. We have a lot of slut encouragers around here.
I got a quick question. So, like, we all get, like, you know, this euphoria and these splashes. How many people come Monday go back to their normal levels of.
I think the
Or
whole
are you a slut for
splash
life?
drop, yeah.
Yeah, I get caught out a few times at work.
Yeah.
I have to laugh. I'm like, oh shit, shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
You know, I sell houses and I'm like, oh, they can get 3 or 4 people in this bathroom. Maybe one at a time, or all together. And I'm like, shit, look how much fun you could have in this room.
I love that. I do hear a lot of people talking about post splash, like there's like almost like sub drop for anybody who's ever experienced sub drop. And it's like this, a bit of a depression, and you don't know what to do with yourself for a little while. It takes you a week to kind of get your head straight again. And I think it's very real, because this is an energetic high that we're all on, and we're all riding this wave together. And then you take all of the energy we've created and we all disperse out into the world, and it's like, what do I do with that now? You know? And so it takes a minute to get straight.
Christmas.
It is. Yeah. But the good news is
the Christmas presents have been opened, and you're like, there's nothing left.
But I do know. But the good news is you guys have been so good to create Christmas multiple times a year for us now. So it's so
You
beautiful.
still have to take them back.
And we're adding another Christmas party next year.
Ooh.
And another one in 2024. So
Wow.
mark your calendars. We will be in Orlando, Florida to ring in the 2024 year. So mark those calendars.
Amazing.
Splash Mocha is coming to New Year's now.
Yeah.
It will be every year after that, 30th, 31st, or 29th, 30th. Anyway, wherever
the
New
calendar
Year's
falls.
lands, that doesn't matter which day, so it's not always going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If New Year's is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's where Splash New Year's is going to be. We will be ringing in the New Year's.
Oh,
So,
so fun.
mark your calendars for next year.
Awesome.
So to go what you said about the sub drop, right? When you leave Splash, like it's kind of like all day, every day throughout the year, you're walking around with a tight ass corset on. You come to Splash, you take it off.
I have tight ass when I leave here.
You take it off.
Because I never get open.
I'll work on that for you.
No.
I've got some butter in my room.
You'll need a vice.
Butter and buns. Don't worry. I'll work hard. But it's like a corset, you know. It's like you come here, you take it off. You can breathe, you feel good, and then when you go back on Monday, you gotta put it back on and have somebody fucking stand on your chest and pull it tight, because you can't be who you are. You know, my wife complains constantly, especially if she's got to go to the office. She's like, I don't know how to be vanilla anymore.
Yeah.
Because true lifestylers, most true lifestylers will tell you, if they've been in a lifestyle for years, you start to lose vanilla friends, and not lose them, but you just don't associate with them as much, because I can sit down and talk to anybody in this room about everything. It's like, hey, what'd you do last week? Yeah, so we went and hung out with the kids, then dropped them off and went to an orgy, and then after that, like, you can have these conversations, but with your vanilla friends, think about how much you have to lie to them.
I hung out with a group of friends.
Yeah, like I went to
I
Texas.
put my vanilla clothes on for photographs.
Yeah, exactly.
Downtown Texas. Just so I can go take from family. What did you do? There you go.
You're right, I'm at the zoo.
Finding something to stand in front of to take a fake picture. I'm so happy, can't wait to get back to the cock.
Yeah. Come on, we got 2 hours. That's all you're allocated.
Yeah, they make apps for that.
Really?
Do you know, I thought of that. Superimposing.
We need you to let everybody know about that app, because that would be good.
There's apps that'll add your background to wherever you go.
Wow.
Nice.
And then we don't have to leave Splash.
There you go. But that's
You
honestly
probably
what it
put
is.
clothes on you. You
wasted
don't
an
have to
afternoon.
wear clothes.
Photoshop too. Don't forget Photoshop.
I mean, right now, I'm at a trucking convention.
Nice. All right, so the question for the guys. So, any husbands who are willing to chat about their Splash experience and, you know, what are you getting from this? Not what your wife's getting, what are you getting? Because let's be honest, whether you are a stag, whether you're a cuck, whether you're a bull, there's something that you're getting. Me, I will say that I get, yes, pussy. I get attention. I can come into a place and I can fondle women that turn me on. I can have sex. I can have fun. I can have my ego stroked. You know, I can get that. All right. You keep. All right. You know, make it grow. You're responsible. Make me bend you over on this podcast. I'll do it. Yeah, I was about to say I forgot who I'm talking to. Never mind.
Cinnamon.
I guess I'm going, right?
You're it.
So I'm D. I'm Nadi's husband. I'm also her cuck. You know, our story may have been told before. I don't know, but the short story is, after we started swinging, I really started enjoying watching her and being a voyeur to her. Yeah, I could play with other women. That was fun, but I really enjoyed seeing her get pleasure. So as we progressed and coming here, especially, just experiencing her energy and joy from the fun she's having is a high for me. Like, just even when there's no one around, to see her face light up, because as she says, she's here with her people. And it kind of brings that out. And we talked about sub drop earlier, and I have to be the one to reel her in, going like, okay, yeah, but you can't wear that shirt now to PTA meeting. Splash is over. Like, she's like, oh. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes real life gets you down to the point where it gets rough. And so finding those outlets to really enjoy your life and be who you are, I think is important. And so, you know, 2020 and 2021 were kind of tough years, but seeing her have this enjoyment and, you know, get kind of turned around now, it's been great. And so just the, like, energy of that alone, without my pleasure being taken into account, is just fantastic. So that's the main thing I'll take away from this. And I had a great time last night. So let me, and at Splash, I always have a great time too. So it's not always one-sided. She sits on my face a lot. You know, I can't complain. There's a lot of that going on. So it's just good times.
He gets a treat every once in a while.
Yeah, every once in a while I get a treat. But it's great.
Any other gentlemen want to jump in there and say?
Why are you looking at me? No.
We're eyeballing you right now.
I'll jump in and Mr. Baja, so Ms. Baja's husband, it's pretty simple. The smile on her face. The look on her face when she's flirting with another guy, someone who's not her husband of all these years, wants her and desires her and thinks she's beautiful. That is priceless. And the second piece to that would be when she looks at me and just says, "Thank you for letting me do this." It's priceless.
No, I'm not the husband. However, I do speak to a lot of husbands. It's mostly the husbands that call me to book the reservations, and they ask me a lot of intimate questions. And I have discovered, play off what you said, was that this helps boost the wife's self-esteem. It boosts their egos. It's a huge boost, because after all, ladies, you are their favorite porn star. And now they see you as being beautiful and sexy and gorgeous, and now you get to see through somebody else's eyes, because these strangers are coming up to you and saying, "Oh my God, you're so pretty, you're so gorgeous," what he's been saying all along, and you have this contract that says you're married, and you're like, "Oh, you're just saying that because you have to, because we're married," because I say it to my husband all the damn time. But now you're getting a chance to see what he sees, but through somebody else's eyes, somebody that owes you nothing.
I agree. I was telling my wife, the dick don't lie. You know, if you don't believe that I'm turned on while you're getting bent over the sofa, just look at it. I'm not making it do this, you're making it do it, you know? And that I definitely have to say I agree with that. I do love the smile. I love when my wife comes up and says, you know, "Daddy, did I do good?" That's gonna get you fucked. You know, I definitely, I can agree from that standpoint. Any other gentlemen, any other mates, husbands, spouses?
I'll jump in.
You're in next.
One of the things that I always tell her and I tease her about is, you know, she's shy, she's very reserved. I'm usually just quiet, not necessarily on the shy side, but I'll tell her that she's a fucking beast. Like, it's unleashing that, you know? Like, you take it out of the vault, and it's like, all right, go ahead. You know, when we're watching Game of Thrones, I'm like, that's you, the dragon. Like, it's just, it's got a feast for a bit, and then, all right, back in the reserve cave. But it's, it gives that freedom of, like, there's no negativity drawn to it. Like, damn, that's what you did? Like, seriously? Like, you know, if I go with any of the guys I hang out with, that's completely
Oh my God,
fucking
yeah.
different. And that's just not a conversation I'm ever gonna have there, right? Because it's just different audience, they wouldn't understand it. And even from the stag side, they wouldn't see that either. They'd be like, no, it's the same fucking thing. Like, you know, so you gotta kind of battle those two worlds. So it's nice to be engulfed in something like this, where kind of lets her be free. Because, yeah, the little smiles, those little, like, she looks down at the floor, I'm like, oh yeah. She's tired now. And she didn't get the name Blushing Vixen for nothing, so.
I see that smirk.
You're in.
Well, I'm with that's the better half here, Joe. So we've been together, shit, all our lives. Long time, a lot longer than some of you guys even been around. But anyway, so we had to have a good sexual relationship. And you guys talk about this lifestyle when it started. We started this in 1999. That's a long time ago. And we didn't even know what we were doing. We didn't even know if there was a name for it. So we were talking one day, and she's always liked black men. And I knew that, but she wouldn't admit it. She said, well, you know, he's cute. I said, oh yeah. So I went out and I hooked up with a guy and got him introduced, and one thing led to another. We've been with him since 1999.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, and we still keep in contact. We visit every once in a while. He comes up. Real nice guy, great guy. And I can just tell you, when he first unleashed that fire hose, I went, son of a bitch. And so, obviously, she enjoyed it. But she's been there ever since. But then we can fast forward and come to today. And our first one was Atlanta. And Joe came and she said, well, I got this thing, because you get on the internet, and we've gone to your meetings and stuff, and you know, we're always scared to put ourselves out there because of the things that, like you just said, you go back to work on Monday, you know, you're right back to the same old grind, and you got to be personal. We're very, you know, we don't want anybody to know, and that's just the way it is. But at any rate, she comes to me, she says, well, we got this Splash Mocha, and she said, I said, sign us up. I said, you be interested? She said, yeah. I said, sign us up. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. And we went to that, and it was just like you said, it's just like taking off 100 pounds or 200 pounds off your back. And she said it just the other night. You walk in the door, and it's like, damn.
I call it the Splash Mocha bubble.
Yeah.
You get trapped in the Splash Mocha bubble. It's like Vegas. There are no clocks here.
Yeah. And it just feels good to be here.
What happens here stays here.
Yeah, that's right. And then, but anyway, but we've enjoyed it at Atlanta, and we're enjoying it here, and it's just been fantastic. I mean, I'd do it again. Hopefully we can do it again.
No,
just keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, you gotta keep doing it.
But we've got a good relationship. You guys talk about people talking, couples talking. That's what you do. We talk, we make things work. You like this, you like that? Let's give it a go. You know, and next thing, we're having a great time. So thank you. And we listen to you, and we listen to Mr. C, and we listen to you guys.
I appreciate it.
What do you call it? What is
Dirty
what?
Dirty girls.
Dirty girls. I'm sorry.
So ours is my wife has the Dirty Girls Corner, and then Anya has, what's the name of hers now?
It's now the Flaming Yoni.
The Flaming Yoni.
Yes.
So hers is.
It was Sexual Alchemy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what it was. All right. But yeah, I mean, we love meeting people who listen to it. You know, and
we take road trips, and she gets it on the radio.
We
just drive.
So you know how crazy my wife is.
Oh,
that works.
You too. You know,
no one, but I'm the calm one. We got to talk about like I'm the angel in the relationship.
But anyway.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
So guys, we've been sitting here, you know, talking trash for an hour. I appreciate you guys. Are you gonna say hi? You don't have to. You've been smiling.
I can.
Jump in there.
My name's Rhiannon. I have a Twitter, Casey Never Say Never, and we've been in for about 6 years, and it's been fantastic. It was kind of a long time coming, but he was the one that goes, "Hey, Rhiannon, check this out," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Yes, I'll do it.
Sign me up.
You twisted her arm, huh? Favorite thing about Mocha?
I guess it's been said, the environment is just, it's so easy to be here. And it's no big deal to just walk across the room and say, "Hey, I'm Rhiannon, what's your name?" And you just can't do that shit anywhere else. And, you know, compliments are shared, and then it's like, "You doing anything right now?" "No? No? Want to see my room?"
You should be doing me right now.
I'm looking around right now going,
I think every woman feels beautiful when we're here.
Oh, yes.
You know, and there's such a variety of sizes, ages, and everything from, you know, whatever. And everybody feels beautiful and appreciated. And to be felt desired by somebody else that you don't really know, it's just boosts your ego.
That is nice.
oh, and in the real world, when you see people kind of looking at, like guys looking at you, and you're like, can't do anything right now. But you know, if you were there, you would be mine.
I still scout when I'm in the supermarket.
I try and look for cues. I try and look for signs.
And you'd be surprised, aren't they?
We walk through and I say,
I thought I was the only one that did that,
I
because
saw
I'd be
you.
like seeing couples and I'm like, I wonder if.
Chill out.
You're looking for the black ring on the finger and the pineapple and the carrot.
My wife's permanent goal is to like find it when, like, anytime she goes out with her friends, okay, I want you to try to fuck a vanilla guy. Like that's what.
That's fun.
Yeah, like
she's a converter.
They don't know what to do with themselves.
No. And it's the best thing is like if we went out and I'm inside the club, I come out and she's like outside making out with this guy, and she goes, "Oh, that's my husband." So like she's making out with him, and the guy's making eye contact. And I was like, "Dude, you're making it weird." She's making out with you. Stop staring at me like that. I'm going back inside. Like the guy cracks up laughing. I like turn around, walk back inside. Like I'm just saying, this guy's probably like. Can you imagine him telling this story? So I'm making out with this dude's wife. He comes out, and he's only complaining that I'm eyeballing him. Which one of us are you with here? Okay. But well, guys, thank you so much for joining and having fun. We've been talking trash for about an hour and 7 minutes, and I need to drink something, eat something, and I've got this woman who keeps touching me in inappropriate places, so she's gonna have to get punished. So, thank you. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing it again, but tomorrow's gonna be Dirty Girls Corner, so I'm gonna need the ladies. I'm just gonna kind of sit there, and I'm gonna let the ladies talk. I'm staring at blushing Vixen right now. I love doing this to her because she starts to blush right away. Like it's like a superpower. Like she just turns red right away.
So you're gonna take the position of Atlas and just be holding the thing?
I'm just gonna be sitting here, just like staring at the board and letting all these troubled.
It'd be good if you were naked, just in the corner, while we're talking, and you know, if we have the urge.
It's like a canvas.
Or you could lay on this table, it's nice and big.
I was actually thinking that, because then he'd be able to work with the board.
We could just put his microphone between his legs and talk into it.
Yes.
You're encouraging my behavior.
Oh, your wife's not here, sorry.
I don't think you need any encouragement.
I need encouragement, yes.
Podcast.
So they're gonna be talking, I'm just walking by like rubbing my dick on their shoulders.
You'd be like you just slap it across the
3 to 4:30 tomorrow.
Okay, so 3 to
In this
4:30.
room.
Ladies, I'm gonna need you here. I'm gonna sit there and watch. I'll be a little fondly, I'm not gonna lie. I might touch a boob here or there. Blushing Vixen, I promise I will not touch you in any inappropriate place. I'm totally lying. I'm gonna
Define appropriate.
Like, is this wrong? Should I not do this?
Definitely never.
Never? Okay. I'm so sorry if I've offended anybody. You know, I'm not the kind of guy to just touch a woman who's sitting on my lap, grabbing me.
No bras.
All right, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is Mr. Mocha from Ofacez. I'm gonna name my podcast. My wife's not here. She usually does this part.
We
And
miss you,
we'll be back
Mrs.
tomorrow.
Mocha.